Alright, so today's adventure is testing out the 7-inch side imaging units. So I've had my Humminbird Helix 7 mega side image G3 since last December. I got it for Christmas, but it has given me nothing but problems. This thing has been back to Humminbird 4 times. They finally gave me a brand new head unit, but since then I've bought a Lowrance Elite Ti2 7-inch, and I'm really loving it so far. I'm going to show you once we get out here in the water some of the different readings. And hopefully you'll be able to see some of these, but maybe we can do a little fishing while we're at it. Bite it, man. It's something. There you go. There you go. Nowhere. 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 What is it? Oh, it's a nice bass. It's a nice bass. I'm barely hooked on him. There you go. There you go. No skunk on me. Thank you. No skunk on me today. It's a pretty one. Got good color to him. Another. Huh? The Humminbird Helix 7. So here we are, the Humminbird Helix 7 mega side image versus the Elite Ti2 7. I'm only in 3.7 foot of water, but even at that distance the Humminbird seems clearer. Now granted, I didn't play with my settings as much. So here's another comparison. 19 foot of water. See how the little spikes in the Helix, and then you look over here and it's different, right? So here's another area. Now, one thing I will say about this Lowrance, every now and then I'll get a black spot, black box, where it doesn't read. I don't know what that's from. The Helix doesn't do that, but every now and then, wherever I'm at, that looks like bushes, a brush pile. But I'm getting reeds up in here, but I'm not seeing it on the Helix. Well, now I am right there. But it just seems like with the auto settings of the Lowrance, I don't have to touch anything. It's automatic. Where the Helix, I have to play with it more. I'm by far not an expert in these things, so I'm sure somebody can tune the Helix better than I can. So now I'm in some trees. This is what I'm looking like on my Humminbird. And this is what I'm looking like on the Lowrance. Now I haven't played with any of the settings. Contrast is auto. Sensitivity 89, color line, surface clarity low. I mean, that is just basic. Basic settings for the Lowrance. I did tweak the Humminbird a little bit. So here's my side scan. I'm coming in the marina now. The Humminbird and the Lowrance. So of course the Humminbird on the side scan is a big plus. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely don't pick up as much. So the Humminbird side scan to me looks much better. Again, this is the Lowrance on automatic settings. That's about it. We're going to call it a day. Slow couple. So as far as my outcome, I'm conflicted. The Lowrance was definitely showing better returns on the down scan and on the sonar. But there's no doubt about it that the Humminbird just blew it away on the side image, especially coming back in into the marina. The detail was just superb on the Helix. I just don't like the idea that you have to always play with the Helix to get it to have a good return. When that Lowrance on that automatic setting, man, I've never had to really touch it. It just seems that much more easier to use. I don't know. Again, I'm kind of conflicted. So do I keep the Humminbird on my Outback that I use 90% of the time and put the Lowrance on the Ascend, or vice versa? I just don't know. I can tell the difference, so that the Humminbird this time was not in a transducer cover, so my images were a little bit better than what they were before in the transducer cover. Now, I didn't get into any deep water this time. I think 40 foot was the deepest that I got around this time, but I would lose image about 60 foot, between 60 and 80 feet. I would lose image with that Burley Pro transducer cover on my Outback. So if I do put the Humminbird transducer back on, I'm going to throw the Burley Pro cover away. I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I am not an expert on sonars. I've only had a couple in my life, and these two are the most expensive that I've ever had. So we're looking at $700 sonars. In fact, the Lowrance I think was 800 bucks. But of course I didn't pay that much for them. I got good deals on them. But let me know what you think. If you got any tips or techniques, put them below.